Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm one of the creators for Rerun, an AICE Media Studies film. So got some questions here that I will be answering. First one is how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? The movie, I want to start off by saying, is sports and action. Those are the two genres to it. We see many movies with this combination, such as Unstoppable, which is a wrestling film. Within Unstoppable, they do sports, drama, and the hint of action, of course, on there in more intense scenes. On our movie, we took the approach of course, sports and action, using that hint of action on our more intense scenes. We can see this through our slow motion shots with Clark Dynamo and Sean Slizla. As Sean Slizla pitches, we have a heartbeat and slow motion shot that kind of gives that suspense and makes it different from other sports movies that we've seen. It gives that emotion, that nervousness that you feel right before the pitch. Now, when it comes to our social groups, we do aim this toward the more ex-athletes and sports lovers, as they will understand what the movie's about, what the little details in it, and the emotions going through it. This leads me on to the second question. How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as real media text? Now, overall, with the audience, it gives the feeling of redemption. And that brings a nice close-to-home feeling, as mentioned before with the other social groups, such as our ex-athletes and our sports lovers. They can understand this feeling, and they can really get to a spot where they understand it. Now, when it comes to the movie being distributed, this movie will most likely be distributed on platforms, small ones such as YouTube TV, Apple TV, or Pluto TV. Now, of course, when the movie becomes more popular, it will move to bigger distributing platforms such as Netflix or Hulu. Now, from here on, I'm going to continue on the questions through taking a look through our video through a director's commentary. Let's switch over to that. Are back with my CCR and the questions that we have to do. We're going to continue through a director's cut point of view. So, I'm going to be discussing the production skills throughout the project and the many technologies that we use. So, off the bat here, we can see. So, we use an superimposition for our title, for our logo here, R2XM Productions. Then we added a little movement to them to move away so we can get this G here. This G was filmed using a drone. The drone was planned from the start. I had a drone. We wanted to use it and integrate it, so we managed to get 2 drone shots here. This is one of them of the G starting out, and we're going to be flying downwards with it into that little dissolve transition to where we have our second drone shot here of the whole baseball field, and we're going to be moving into jump cuts to get the whole field here and kind of moving outward.
Number 10,
where again we had to pause it exactly when he was hitting his pose, took our screenshot and put our letters in, matching our whole music as well on his walkout.
Clark Dynamo.
Now in these scenes, we did have audio tracks of audience to kind of give the feel that this is a live game and that there are people watching this game. The suspense rises along with it as well.
Detroit leading 5-2.
Now, we did use many props and costumes as we were able to have access to these as many of the kids here were on baseball team. Now for this
Back
part
to the
here, this was a
wall.
little tricky. I had to pause the video at the right time
He leaps.
in order
It's
for the two clips to look like they happened at the same time for two different angles. We were lucky to get it at the same time of day as well. Especially here on the audio track that you're gonna hear, I had to mix in two audios to kind of get that perfect cut on the end of the audio, and then the start
Next
up again
time,
with
I won't come up.
with our more motivational music and determined look that we have on our protagonist's face. But overall, when it comes to our technologies and our skills, when it came to skills, with the shots, we had to, of course, take some ideas from other sources, and some people gave us ideas as well. With that, we adjusted our film. We made good improvements on where it was, and the technologies that were used. We managed to use, of course, the drone and just our phones in general. The props and everything that we used, it was very good to have it. It made good authenticity for the film and what it represented. And this is my CCR. Thank you for watching.